Hello, everyone. It's funny not to see faces in front of me, but hi, how are you? Welcome. St. Croix, as you know, is the U.S. Virgin Islands. It is the largest of the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's 84 square miles of natural beauty, desert on one end, rainforest on the other. The U.S. Virgin Islands was actually purchased from Denmark in 1917 for $25 million during wartime to protect the U.S. With access to the Panama Canal. Over the years, we've had 7 flags flying over St. Croix: the Spanish, Dutch, English, French, Knights of Malta, Denmark, and now the U.S. Virgin Islands. St. Croix is known for diving history and culture. St. Thomas is snorkeling, St. Thomas is shopping and nightlife. St. John is snorkeling and relaxation. There is no passport required for U.S. citizens. And as far as airlines go, you can travel to us on American easily, daily, twice a day from Miami, a couple of times a week from Charlotte, Delta 4 times a week from Atlanta, Spirit 4 to 5 days a week from Fort Lauderdale, and then Cape Air and Seabourn are our smaller airlines. Those are the connections from Puerto Rico and St. Thomas. Cane Bay Dive Shop. We were founded in 1990. My husband moved here after Hurricane Hugo as a general contractor and built the dive shop, started the dive shop. I have now been here 27 years. We are a full service dive center, retail, rental, repair, full instruction, take referrals from every other organization. We have a great staff. We aim to please everyone. We're pretty easygoing and laid back. So it's really a nice place to visit with a great relaxed diving atmosphere. We do offer everything, all diving, all snorkeling, as well as individual, group travel, private charters. We do a lot with family reunions and weddings. We do ladies trips with some of our villas, dive and wine trips, men's trips, golf and dive packages. We can pretty much customize any type of trip you're looking to do. Most people come here as a customer, leave as our friend. They're all friends with all of my staff on Facebook and keep in touch. It's a very nice family type atmosphere. Coral nursery restoration. We are big into coral nursery restoration. I have a couple of instructors that are actually went to school for marine biology. So we work closely with the Nature Conservancy with our coral. We have 3 to 4 different nurseries at one time going on St. Croix where we clean the coral, we teach classes on cleaning the coral, and then we also transplant the coral. So it's really helping with our reefs. We actually have a jeweler on St. Croix. If most of you know and have seen me in the past, we have lots of local jewelers on St. Croix, and I wear jewelry from a couple of them. But one of our jewelers in particular is making coral jewelry, elk horn, and selling little pendants and things for necklaces, and gives partial of the funds back to the Nature Conservancy. So St. Croix is all about the environment until COVID happened, but we're getting back to that. Our private half or full day charters are a great thing to do if you have your own little group and you want your own private charter. We have great food. You can do 2 to 6 people on an afternoon charter. Occasionally we do offer the full day charters. If we aren't already booked, you can book a full day charter that you have different meals available on the boat. But it's really a nice time, and it's just customized private service, concierge service all the way. And it really depends on what all you would like to do. Sir, well, some of our ladies dive and wine trips. Usually we do them 4 times a year. We can always schedule one. If you have a ladies group coming in, we can do a lot of different things like this, where we have appetizers and bubbly and wine after the dive and relaxed atmosphere out on the ocean where it's flat and calm. We pull into Salt River and have a few cocktails and eat a few good munchies. St. Croix. We are now home of lots of libations. As you know, Crucian Rum has been here forever. The Nelthorpe family owns Crucian Rum, everything from single barrel to dark rum, light rum, and 11 different flavors. Then Captain Morgan joined us a few years ago, where Captain Morgan's made on St. Croix. Then Leatherback Brewery came in, where all of you in Colorado pretty much know all about breweries. However, Leatherback is really doing a great job. At any one time, there's 8 different beers on draft. And in our shop, we actually have the IPA and the Blonde Ale. And then our newest is Scion Farm Distillery, Mutiny Island Vodka. It's vodka made out of breadfruit. And actually, Scion Farm Distillery is also making our on-island sanitizer. So they're doing a great job helping us all out with everything. But all of the places, well, Leatherback and Scion Farm Distillery, you can go, and they also have restaurant type atmosphere where you can go eat and drink. Crucian Rum and Captain Morgan are tours where you get cocktails after. Want to talk to you a little bit about places to stay. We are working with quite a few villas now. This is one of the larger villas that has 6 bedrooms and 2 kitchens. It's great for a large family, a group vacation, a small group. It's on the water. It has a tide pool and a regular pool. It has a grill. It's very close to where we fill our tanks. You can dive occasionally off of it. It's not always flat, calm right there. However, it is very nice and great place to hang out and just very relaxing. Then we also have a couple of other villas we work with we have 2 that are each 4 bedrooms. So they're great, again, for families and friends retreats or ladies groups. I've done quite a few ladies groups at each one of the 2 villas. One's on the water, one's overlooking the water. One has the pool you see here. One has a larger pool with bar stools in it, which to me is very important. So it really depends on what you're looking for a place to stay. And then we also have some condos that we're working with that have pools and they're located on the beach. 2 bedroom, 2 bath condos. So of course it's great for family and friends or a couple, depending on what you want to do. The hotels that we've been working with here lately are Sandcastles on the Beach. It's very homey, kitchenettes in the rooms, a great pool. They actually have wait bar service on the beach, which makes it very nice. You can set up your own private dinner on the beach if you'd like to. They have a restaurant on property. A continental breakfast is included each morning. And it's located in Frederickstead. There's other restaurants to go to. The top left corner is the new renovated room. All the rooms are up to this now. They also have pull-out sleeper sofas that are the memory foam mattresses, all brand new. So it's really a nice place to stay. And then of course the Buccaneer. The Buccaneer has been open through this entire challenging time since February. They are our upper 5-star resort. They have multiple restaurants that are now all reopening again as of this next week. They have the tennis courts, the golf course, the beaches. I don't know if I said multiple pools or not. And then a workout center and just a great place to stay with lots going on. Live music has just started back up on the island as of this week. So that helps a lot in the evenings. It's quite exciting. The diving. St. Croix is known for our wall. You can see the walls. It runs parallel to the North Shore. It's some of the best diving in the Caribbean. The wall is actually part of the Puerto Rican Trench. It's an underground highway of anything and everything. You never quite know what you're going to see. Here this year, it's been really nice. The weather has been very cooperative. Mother Nature, I have to applaud her. We have been able to go down to the far left towards Hams Bluff a lot this year, which when it's pretty rough, most people don't want to take a 30-minute boat ride down that way and back. However, it's been very nice. And that brings up another thing. Most of our boat rides are 10 to 15 minutes along the wall. All the way down to the end is about 20, 30 minutes. So, but lots of diving, lots to see. The wall, as we're talking about, lots of sharks. We see sharks on probably 90% of the dives or more. Turtles are probably on about 75–80% of the dives. The corals are growing and blooming. We are very lucky right now that our reefs are still doing very well. Even with the hurricanes in the last 3 years, everything is coming along greatly, and it's been very nice diving. We have the wrecks at Butler's Bay. We usually dive the wrecks once a week unless there's a group requesting the wrecks more. We can schedule two tank boat dives a day if there's people that really want to dive all the wrecks. Typically we do the deeper wrecks and then the shallow wrecks, or the shallow wrecks and then the pier when we're out west. It really depends on who's on the boat, what you want to do. We have 2 tugboats, a freighter, barge, the trawler, and then an underwater habitat. So there's lots of different things to see. And then also after Hurricane Marilyn and Luis in the early 90s, they took our old pier and dumped the rubble and the sand flats over close to the wreck. So we consider that a wreck, even though it's kind of the old pier. It's the dive site Armageddon, and it has lots of life on it as well. Our reefs, these are the reefs in Frederiksted and out on the shallow reefs leading out to the wall. The lower picture of the anchors are some of the anchors that you see when you dive Cane Bay from shore. There's hundreds of anchors out there. Most of them are not this visible. They are from the Danish days where they would pull up the boats to load sugarcane, and the anchors were used as ballast, and they would just cut the line and head on out back to sea. The pier is probably one of the sought after dives in the Caribbean. It's fabulous. People spend hours on it. You can dive it day, night, anytime, and you'll never really see the same spot if you don't want to. You can spend 45 minutes in a square and see so many different things, and it's really a fabulous dive. You're always on the lookout for frogfish, batfish, and seahorses. Frogfish, my staff can point out regularly, seahorses regularly. The batfish we always have to look at. That's always a more challenging fish to find, but it's fabulous diving. Adventure on the island. If you want something else to do besides going diving, we have some great hikes that our staff can take you on or tell you where to go, to the tide pools. We have hikes down to the other side of the island past Point Udall, the easternmost point of the US, to Jackson Isaacs Bay. Then we have a lot of people that enjoy the nighttime kayaking to Bioluminescence Bay. It's very nice, enjoyable experience. ATV tours, the gecko tours. You can do a gecko tour through the scenic roads of St. Croix. And then adventure Buck Island tours. You can either do sunset sails in the evening. You can do, if you have non-divers with you, it's a great way to spend the day on the boat, either with big beards doing an afternoon or morning snorkel half-day trip where you snorkel for about 30 minutes, and it's really about time out on the water. And then also, we offer afternoon snorkel trips too. So if you have a group that has non-divers along the picturesque north shore of the island, it's great to go along, take photos. We supply water and snacks, and then they can bring whatever libations or what they would like to snack on and snorkel a few places and keep going on. And then of course, sport fishing. You can go out and catch yourself some mahi. Discover Scuba Dives are a great way to get the people interested in diving that are with you that aren't divers. It's fabulous. We do this at the pier. It's in very clear water with lots of marine life and shallow. So the maximum depth is 38 feet. So the pier is perfect for beginners. We teach a lot of classes here as well at Discover Scuba Dives. And we do start the Discover Scuba Dives at 10 years old and then go on up. So if you have somebody ever traveling with you that wants to try diving, this is the place to do it. Then these are just a few more pictures along the wall with training with the line. And then this upper left picture is out at Hams Bluff, where we don't get to very often. And it's flat. It's a great snorkeling place, fabulous diving place. Great site with lots of little life around it. And then the sharks, the rays, the typical things you see. Our corals are healthy and blooming. And that's what's nice about the wall on St. Croix. Each site has its own little personality. Everything's a little bit different. You can have swim-throughs, you can have inverted walls, strict straight drop-offs, sloping walls, a little bit different for everything. And we do teach lots of different classes. And I know Weavers has started doing some trips where they're teaching classes along the way. So you can maybe get one coming to St. Croix and do your class in the Caribbean in the warm water, everything from wrecks to rescue to buoyancy control, fish ID, a little bit of everything. And then of course we are a PADI 5-star IDC center. So here at Cane Bay Dive Shop, we actually train instructors to become, or train divers to become instructors. And we have that class twice a year. It's the boat in the North Shore with beautiful water, beautiful sunshine. I don't know if you're sunny again now after your snow or not, but we are warm all the time. The water temp right now is 85. It's very warm and most are not wearing wetsuits. A few are, but it's been very pleasant. So our most common packages are the 7 nights with 5 days, 10 tank boat package. That's 2 morning dives a day. You can always add on afternoon boats if you would like. Typical is the 7 nights, morning 2 tank boat dive, a night dive at the pier, and then tanks and weights for unguided shore diving. And we kind of tell you where to go. There's a couple of different places that are great for shore diving. And so it really depends on your experience. If you're going to come and do shore diving, I really recommend that you do have booties. I know most of you in your neck of the woods do have booties, but we have a few that show up a lot with just full foot fins. And for shore diving, you really do need booties with your fins. So we can do lots of add-ons, whatever you'd like, whether it's the private guide or extra boat dives or nitrox, any type of lessons. And then we customize the package to fit your needs. So whatever you want, we can pretty much accommodate. And whoever you have coming with you, we can kind of recommend the place to stay depending on what you're looking for. But that's us. Walls, wrecks, reef, and pier, boat and shore diving. So a little bit of everything, and it's just a nice place to come relaxing under the US flag. The travel restrictions right now are that anyone can come. Everyone, it was where people from anyone with 10% more of their state having COVID needed to get a test and fill out this paperwork. Now, with our second reopening this week, since numbers skyrocketed over across the pond in St. Thomas, we are now where everyone needs a test to come. And everyone just fills out this online form. It's that we can all send to you. Weavers has it, we have it. An online form that you fill out and you just enter in a copy of your test and you get a number and you bring that number. So when you get off the plane, either you have to fill out that form again if you don't have your number and proof that you did it, or you show them your number and you go get your bags and you're on your way. Restaurants are at 50% capacity. You do have to wear a mask wherever you go. Once you're there sitting at the table with a drink in hand, you do not have to have your mask on. They are limiting 6 people per table. If you get up to go to the bathroom, you need to put your mask on to walk to the bathroom. We are not mandating masks on the boat. Right now, it's been people that know each other, so we haven't had to worry about that. In June, we did have people from different parts of the US that were coming and they did wear a mask when they were on the boat. And it just depends on how comfortable people are, however you want to handle it. So we're open to whichever way you want to go because it's not mandated when you're on a boat, but some people are more skeptical of others. So we kind of see how everyone feels and do whatever you would like. As far as everything being open, everything is now open. The flights never stopped coming to St. Croix. We just weren't allowed to have tourists check into Airbnbs or hotels for a time period. And then, like Audrey said, that's open back up on Saturday, on the 19th. So we are good to go and ready to see you. And if you want Cruise and Run this year, you must come see me. I can greet you with one, but you have to come see me. So whatever questions you have, feel free.
And I think everyone would like some Cruise and Rum, as well as some really good wall diving right now.
Yes.
It's definitely something that we miss. We did have a few questions. So those villas and the condos look awesome. Can they be booked through Dreamweaver Travel?
Yes.
Awesome. And then kind of back to those same accommodations, do you know how the Wi-Fi is? Do you think it's good enough for people to work remotely?
I am doing Zoom today, so it's working really well.
Right,
on
yeah.
Island,
Good.
on island, you know, it works 95% of the time. I have to say, when I am in a hotel room in different states, my internet goes out. So, you know, it is what it is. But yes, for the most part, all of the accommodations, your internet does work.
Cool. And is it usually free Wi-Fi or is it paid plans?
It's free Wi-Fi.
Free Wi-Fi. Cool.
I don't think
Well, United States.
Yeah, I don't think we have anyone here that charges for Wi-Fi. I don't think so at all.
Yeah. So you said that American Airlines has the daily flight options, and those are via Charlotte?
Daily's Miami.
Miami. Daily from Miami.
Charlotte's a couple times a week, and I don't know what they're coming back to. Typically, it was 2 days a week from Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When they start back, they'll start back. Everyone's starting back in October.
Okay.
For flights. But Miami usually has 2 a day. So from Denver, the best is, of course, through Miami.
Yeah.
And
what, is that an afternoon flight from Miami to St. Croix, the last one?
The evening one, yes.
Okay.
That's
so from Denver, we would not have to do a red eye.
Well, depends on when you're coming. Like when I come to you right now, typically, I would have to do a red eye to come home. Because September, October is when we don't have the nighttime flight.
Okay.
But all the other times we have a nighttime flight.
Cool. Yeah, during low season.
Right, right.
Yeah, perfect for the holidays coming up.
Yes.
To be able to do easy flights down there.
Yes.
So you guys have been out diving, but obviously with less people. Have you noticed any differences in the reef or fish life?
I don't think so. I mean, because you have to remember, St. Croix is not a crowded place anyway, to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's not, no, I don't think so. I mean, it's been coming back over the last few years really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Get hurt with the hurricane as far as our reef goes, so we were very lucky. So things have just been coming back, and it's been nice because we haven't had large Nassau groupers in a long time, and they're coming back. So it's actually nice.
Oh.
So now we have to just remind all these Texas and Louisiana boys that they do not want to eat them.
Yeah, definitely. So are there any special migrations that happen through St. Croix for different animals?
We have whales that come in January.
Okay.
April, the humpback, but that's about the only migration that's really, because if anything else happens, it's so far down the wall that we don't see it.
Yeah, super deep.
The wall is over 13,000 feet, so yeah,
Low.
you don't see everything.
So with the wall, do you guys offer drift dives, or is the current mostly pretty calm?
There's current maybe a dozen times a year. We have very calm currents.
Nice.
And
so that's a good
we
intro.
drift dive, but yeah, we
Good intro for wall diving.
Yes. Yep.
Nice. So has your staff mostly been able to stay on the island, or have they had to go home and then come back?
Oh no, they all stayed. Yeah. They all stayed. So, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you guys have had a lot of.
And we just finished an IDC last week. Now we're waiting for the examiner to come so they can actually be instructors.
Cool. That's exciting. Was that mostly local people from?
I had one that had flown in, and then I had 3 others that were local that have been working with us on everything for years. So yeah, so it's good.
Nice. So you mentioned the pier dive and seeing the seahorses and frogfish and batfish. Can you see those during the day as well as at night?
Yes.
Cool.
And we actually have a frogfish out on the wall that I can't remember what side it's at. But yeah, a yellow one out on the wall, which is shocking because usually they're only at the pier. We usually don't see them out on the wall. But,
Right.
yeah.
Do you do night dives other places besides the pier?
Yes, yes, we do. We don't get a lot of call for it because everyone wants to do the pier all the time. However, for locals, we do night dives off from the boat because the pier's from shore, so at night. And then the night dives off the boat we can schedule anytime.
Cool.
And we can do the wrecks. We've done the wrecks at night for people. We do Salt River, Gentle Winds at night for people.
Cool. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of diversity and lots of, customization that we can do in St. Croix.
Yes.
People could go down and work and dive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
still under the U.S., so you're not considered out of the country.
Yeah, you can stay as long as you want.
Exactly. Yes.
So you did mention the bioluminescent bay. Do you guys have bioluminescent night dives or the fluoro dives?
No, we there's the bioluminescence bay is only it's in the national park, so you can't dive it at all. So it's only kayaking.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that is most of our questions that we've gotten. Thanks so much, Suzanne.
Sure thing. Thank
The
you.
villas look so awesome and definitely where I want to be right now.